Hi friends, it's Vanessa, your makeup artist. Okay, so I've got to run out and I just got out of the shower. My face is all clean and I'm going to put some makeup on and I'm going to do the cheetah hack because it's a little bit faster, it's a little bit easier, and here we go. I'm going to start with my main highlight color and I just put some on my finger and I'm going to kind of dab that where I want it. So just dots, like cheetah dots. And I'll put a little bit up here. And then I'm going to take my, this is still a highlight color, it's just a little bit lighter. And I'm going to put this on my nose and under my eye. Well, under both eyes. Don't want to just make one look good. And I like to put the little bit lighter one right here because I feel kind of hollow there. Let's put a couple of dots right there. Easy, easy. And then I'm gonna grab a towel here. Let's put my brightening highlight, which is gonna be my lightest one. We'll put a little bit down the nose, like that. Put a little bit right here on the other side, on each side of my nose, and kind of up towards my tear duct. I'm almost out of this one. I gotta fill it up. There we go. And then if you want to do a little triangle, for me, I like to because I feel like I'm a little flat right here. So when you put something lighter, it brings it forward. So it makes it look a little bit fuller there. You can also put this here if you want. All right, I'm gonna grab my contour color and I'm just gonna swipe. So you can do dots here if you want to, but sometimes I just feel like that's easy for me to kind of just find my bone and go a little bit above it. And then I'm going to put this also around my hairline because I want to shadow that. Make my 5-head a 4-head. Okay. And we'll take a little bit, not quite as much, and put that along my jaw. Don't let me forget to blend this one. I always forget to blend under here for some reason. And if you have a little bit of gels like I do, you can actually put that right there because shadowing it will make it recede. So it'll kind of look like it disappears better. Okay, got it? How's it look? And then I just learned this trick. If you take, I think she did it with her middle fingers. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna take our middle fingers and we're gonna put contour on both of them, okay? This might be a little excess, but you're going to put them on both of them, and then you're going to put your fingers together like this, and you're going to swipe it down your nose. Oh, it worked. And then a little bit on the tip. And it made that line in the middle really straight. Kind of can't mess it up. I guess that made it really easy. And then I want a different cheek color, and my kit is not... I don't have the kit I want. All right, well, we're just going to use this one. This is kind of one of my go-tos. This one's called, is this plum or nude? I think this is plum, you guys. So how do I look? Crazy, right? You can use this on your lips too. I'll put the colors in the description later. All right, so you can just kind of stop here, and I like to stop here because I like to let things warm up because then it's easier to blend. I'm going to put a little primer on my eyelids, and I'm going to do a little bit of eyeshadow while this is just sitting there looking crazy. So if you're popping in now, I know this looks entertaining, so hopefully this is my freeze frame. I feel like I should take a picture actually of this because my nose really looks good. Let me do that. I'm going to take a picture. All right, got it. All right, eyeshadow. I'm gonna grab I just have a whole bunch of the ones that I like to use in here. So, where's my brushes? All right, I am gonna start with a color all over. I'm gonna use Sabrina. It's a light, fleshy, slightly shimmery color. And I'm just going to kind of put that everywhere. That primer will feel a little bit tacky, but it's great because it gets the eyeshadow to stick, but it also gets it to not crease. So it lasts all day without creasing. I really like that. I just used the last of this color. I've had it for 2.5 years. So when people ask how long eyeshadows last, and I think I actually broke that one, so it would have lasted even longer. But it's probably a color I use almost every single time I put eyeshadow on. All right, I'm gonna grab a little bit of Oak and a little bit of Lullaby, and I've kind of dabbed into both of them. I'm gonna tap them off. So Oak and Lullaby. One's just a light neutral brown, and the other one is kind of a mauve-y color. Goes with my, hi Penny, goes with my cheek color that I'm doing there. So I'm just gonna kind of windshield wiper this back and forth. I'm not gonna go real crazy on my eyes. I think I'm going out to dinner or something tonight. We're stopping by to say happy birthday to somebody. So maybe I'll just add some false eyelashes later to kind of juice everything up. Okay, so I've got that. I think I'm gonna take this color Cocoa, which is, oops, sorry, right here. It's like a, it's a brown, but it's got a little bit of, maybe a mauve-y brown. So I'm just gonna kind of use that as my eyeshadow. Go about halfway on the bottom and just get it on there. I don't know why I'm being so particular. Okay, I'm just gonna blend it a little bit. There we go, that looks better. And let's add a little bit of maybe Glamazing Illuminator right under my brow and on the inner corners. But before I do that, I'm going to take this color called Peppa. It's like a shimmery, it's not quite bronze. It's maybe like a peachy pink. So I'm going to dab that on my lids. And then my Glamazing Illuminator, which I love very much, is right here. This one's Photoshop. It has a little bit more of a pink undertone. Actually, maybe let's use Photoshop on the inner corner. I kind of like press it almost into my tear duct there. I mean, I don't want to stab my eye, but I get it really close because it just kind of creates a nice little pop, and it takes away that dark shadow that's on the inner corner of your eye. Most people have that. It's just because your eye dips in there, so it makes a shadow. I'm going to still use this one, Photoshop, and I'm going to put a little bit right under my brow, right where the arch is. I'm not going to go all the way because it can really just be a little too much shimmery for me. So we'll just kind of do it right under there and kind of lifts everything up. So grab my eyeshadow everything brush again, just kind of blend that a little bit more. I'm gonna grab my hotline brush for my brows. I'm gonna comb those into place first, and then I'm gonna fill them with a little bit of kohl eyeshadow. It's this one right here. It's a very dark brown. I think it's our darkest brown. I'm gonna start in the arch because that's where I'm the weakest. And it needs a little bit more help there, and then I'll just take the leftover and put it right here under my brow and kind of brush it up. Oh, look at that. I love a good brow. Same thing in my arch. And then whatever's left we'll kind of put right here, and then I just brush it up. Okay, so can you see all those dots on my face from the cheetah hack that I did? We're gonna blend that now, but I just realized I forgot to put some right there. All right, are you ready for blending? We can blend with a brush, we can blend with a perfector sponge. I'll do one side with one and one side with the other. How about that? Here's my perfector sponge, and I wet it. This is Mascara's Perfector Sponge. I think that we only have pink ones now, but this is it. Super squishy. When you wet it, it almost doubles in size. So this is really damp, but it's not dripping. Okay, so I wet it before we started. I'm going to start with my light color, and I'm just going to kind of push it in, bounce, and press it in, and it'll blend it into my skin. So I usually start with the light, and then I'll do the dark. I'll flip the sponge over and do the dark. And I actually got a little crazy up here, so this might take a little bit of extra blending because I got a blob right there. There. So just kind of pat it in there until it gets to the color that you like, or the lightness or darkness that you like. I definitely got carried away right here. Let me just kind of rub some of that off. Good test though, to show you that you really can't mess up. You just blot a little bit more. Ta-da! Beautiful. I notice that I don't have to blend away as much on my nose. It seems to disappear quicker, so you don't want to get carried away and over blend that and then feel like you have to add more. But if you do have to add more, that's okay. All right, so I've got the one side blended. Oh, don't forget this. Remember, I told you I always forget this. It's like I don't see it, and then all of a sudden I'm going to take my after picture and I have a dirty neck. Okay, so there it is. That's the side that I blended with the sponge. Beautiful, right? Oh, I missed a little spot. Nice glow, soft. Still looks like my skin. Oh, I missed a dot of contour right there. There. Right? Beautiful. Then this is my blush and bronzer brush. I'm going to use this one to blend the other side so you can see that you can work either way with this. Hi, Mary. So same kind of thing. I'm just kind of pressing it in, swirling a little bit. And then I'm going to do the dark. And I really push contour up into my hairline. And then we can blend all of this together. If you're not used to blending with a brush, the sponge is easy. It's really easy, actually. And look, I kind of got a little too much right there. I'll just wipe it off. I'll just add a little bit of that lighter color and I'll kind of erase it. There. And if you can see the makeup too much, or you feel it, if it feels a little bit tacky, you probably are using too much. It's super, super pigmented and concentrated, this makeup, so you don't need a lot. But I think if you're used to traditional foundation, liquid foundation, you're not thinking that you have enough on. So if you can see too much texture, it's two things. It's either the wrong color or you're using too much. And I notice when people first get it, it's usually that they're using too much. So there we go. I'm going to add a little bit of bronzer everywhere and I'm done. Isn't it pretty? I mean, I think I'm going to go back and cover that though. I had like a little dry spot and I messed with it. Okay, so bronzer. I'm literally dabbing into my bronzer. I'm trying to kind of cover my whole brush with it. And then I just pop it on the high points of your face where the sun would hit. And then where the sun doesn't hit, so I can tie it all in, I like to get some down here. And the fluffy side of this brush is so nice for the bronzer. It's really easy. There we go. What do you guys think? Easy, easy peasy, right? If you want to add a little extra and brighten things up a little bit more, you totally can, but honestly, stopping right there would have been plenty. I will add a little illuminator on my cheekbones, maybe on my lips, so you can just see that. This one's called Dulce. It's our newest cream. It's a gold, like it's like a honey. It has a beautiful fleck in it. So I use it with my finger. I don't dip my brush in it. Some people do it with the sponge. Honestly, I feel like with these creams especially, if I'm using my sponge or my brush, I feel like I'm wasting it. Like I want it all on my face. Down the nose, you can put a little bit right here. Remember I said about brightening up that dark area to open up your eyes? You can really put it anywhere. All right, you guys. I think I'm good. I'm good to go to my appointment, and I'll add some false lashes later. All right, you guys. Have a beautiful day. Thanks for watching.